I grew up as a bilingual child. I learned my first foreign language when I was 15. I had to quickly master another one at 17. I proved my C1 in another language when I was 20. And now I'm 21 and I'm on to my 6th language, serious language, because I learned like 10 more throughout my life that I never actually finished. And I'm not planning on stopping. Life is so short and so long at the same time. I just have to learn every single thing on this earth. When I see people around me, which is like 90%, complain about not being able to learn a foreign language, especially when those guys are like physicians, quantum engineers, neuroscientists, like guys, learning languages is the easiest shit you can ever do. All you have to do is think as a polyglot. You already have all you need. You have a brain, you can read, you have the internet connection. The rest is just the logic, the methods, and the mindset of a polyglot, which I'm gonna teach you today. But to make sure that you actually go on with your goals, that you actually pursue them and you achieve your language learning goals, you will need something more tangible and practical, which is a language learning hub. This is my baby, which I have been developing over the past 5 years, and I keep on improving it and testing. It's all-in-one hub with all of the instructions that will guide you even if you're deeply traumatized by the attempts to do something on this Notion app. It's completely based on my experience, everything I needed to master all of the languages that I mentioned previously. And it has everything you need to become the next polyglot too, which are the essentials: goal setting, weekly planning, habit tracking, revision tracking, and if you're feeling ambitious, flashcards. More than 100 people have already started their language learning journey with my template, and I'm sure you can benefit from it too. So click the link in the description. Back to the video. You cannot learn a language without knowing what the fuck is a verb, subject, noun, preposition. You cannot build a house without bricks. You need to be able to recognize where is a verb, where is an adjective, where is a noun, because when you know it, you will be able to remember words much easier. You might think, oh my god, stupid, everybody knows it. Not everyone. So if you forgot the parts of the language, you should revise them, okay? Also in this chapter of logic, I would like to mention the mental map. Before learning a language, I researched on the language. How many tenses there are? How many past tenses there are? How many future tenses there are? How many modes there are, which is subjunctive or indicative, and how the conjugation system works. Because if you study Ukrainian but you're French, it's gonna be easier because you already have the conjugation system in your mind for 6 people. But if you're an English speaker and you want to learn Slovak and you see those 6 conjugations, or like French, you're fucked. So you also have to research that. This is why learning a language from the same family, which is like Spanish for a French speaker, is much easier, because you basically already have a template in your brain. Your map is already drawn. You already know what's up, because it's also a Roman language. But if you're learning a language from another family, you have to do your research. You need to create a mental template, a mental map in your brain, what you're about to learn, what you're about to study, because different nations see the world differently. We have come to the second chapter, which is the methods. My favorite thing is the parrot. You gotta become an annoying freaking bird. You have to repeat until it sticks. I have my Spanish speaking friends from whom I benefit the Spanish speaking practice, and I just repeat after them whatever they say. Not maybe out loud, but internally. He said, "Oh, marico, ¿qué estás haciendo?" And I'll be like, "Oh, marico, ¿qué estás haciendo?" in my mind. You have to train your ear. You have to analyze whatever you are hearing. Be not afraid to ask questions. Because this is how I actually noticed that my boyfriend, who is Colombian, he doesn't pronounce S in many words. It's just like a silent H. Aquí arco, marica. So you have to actually be able to analyze whatever you are hearing. You have to be curious. You have to be a child. You have to be a parrot and repeat until it sticks. Another thing is active observation. When you read a word, when you read a phrase, when you read something, a structure, you have to analyze what is familiar about this phrase and what is not. Like, yeah, okay, I understand this adjective, but I've never seen it with this noun before. Okay, what does this noun mean? How else can I use this adjective? With what other nouns can I use it? You have to keep brainstorming, keep researching and analyzing. For that you can use the songs, which is my favorite thing ever. With modelo uno rotate modelo. I learned the imperative in Spanish. I mean, not perfectly, but I've noticed the freaking imperative, which is rotate, cállate, imagínate. I just noticed that, oh yeah, rota is turn, te, you turn. Oh yeah, girl, we've got it. And this is the way that I built another template in my brain. Yeah, so we take a certain verb and we add te to the end, so it means we give the command to the person that we're speaking to. What also hurts me about other people's language learning journeys, that they give up because they feel like they're blocked, their voice is blocked, they cannot speak, they cannot say anything. But like, girl, you just haven't practiced enough, you're just not used to the sound of your own voice in another language. You're not blocked, you just have to talk, you have to talk whatever, you have to pick up your camera, you have to cry on the camera, you have to talk about your feelings on the camera, you have to speak, you have to talk. You're not blocked. You're not. You have simply not practiced enough. And so we have smoothly come to the third part, which is mindset. Mindset is important in every single thing you do in this world, right? You've got to be delusional. If you think you're bad at languages, your brain will be looking for proof that you're bad at languages. I do have my own limiting beliefs about other areas of life, but never about languages. Never. Like, something happened in my teenage years when I was learning English. I saw how much progress I was doing. I saw how consistent I am. I saw how freaking much I want to speak this language fluently, that I just never saw myself as a bad speaker of English. Never in my life. There was like 1 or 2 times that I was insecure about it because I saw other people speaking more, like, better. But other than that, never in my never in my 7 years of speaking English I've ever felt bad about it, or I've ever felt like a bad language learner, because I'm delusional. I think I speak like a native, which is I'm also kind of like can be wrong about, but I'm delusional. I think I'm really good at, and I got so doped about having this progress in English that I thought, oh yeah, I can learn any other language I want in this world. And I did. I learned French. I have C1 in French. Then I learned Slovak. I was also receiving amazing grades in my Slovak university. And now I'm learning Spanish, and I'm learning so fast. Like legit people asking me, like, how did you learn so much? You already speaking with those Venezuelan and Colombian guys. How? Because I'm delusional. Because I think I'm good at languages. Because I think I'm the best. No language is impossible to me. My mind is limitless. It's my brain, and I decide what I learn and how I learn it. If I want to learn something, I will learn it, because it's just knowledge. Knowledge is the easiest thing to acquire in this world. And I get very, very sad when I see my very intelligent peers complaining, oh my god, I cannot learn this language, like it just doesn't flow for me. Girl, it's the method, the consistency, maybe you're struggling with it, and fears, the blockages that you have, and also your mindset. You're not bad at it. You just associate yourself being bad with this language, which you should completely drop. And you know how you change this mindset? Just by being freaking consistent. Just by noticing the results that you already have. You know, a good ass study session will elevate your self-esteem by a few percent. Imagine if you do these study sessions regularly throughout the year. Maybe not every day, depending on your schedule, depending on your business. But imagine how much confidence you can get if you just keep sticking to your study sessions and keep praising yourself. Oh yeah, I learned these 5 new words today. Oh my god, today I could create those sentences without a single mistake. Oh my god, today I spoke to this person and I almost did not get scared. The language is starting to stick with me. I'm really good at this. I can learn even more. I can learn even better. You just need this one single study session and then a little bit of consistency afterwards to start feeling like, oh yeah, I'm on the wave. I'm on the flow, you know? Like, guys, you just need the drive. You just need to fucking believe in yourself. This is freaking embarrassing. No language is impossible to learn if it's like a language that one person speaks and there is no written workbooks how to learn it. But even that, like, you can learn if you just put your mind to it, just by speaking to this one last person who speaks this language, you know? I mean, I'm kidding about that last part, but you just have to stop joking around saying that you're bad at language. I mean, I get being bad at physics, neuroscience, and quantum engineering, but like, girl, being bad at language? This is the most natural thing a human can produce, which is a language. You need the abundance mindset in everything in this life. Even in learning, especially in learning. I don't believe that you are bad at the language. Either you have simply not practiced enough, which was the case for me with French. I felt blocked because I just didn't talk enough. That's it. I just had to take more speaking classes. That's all. Or you're not having fun with it. Could also be that, because if you're bored, if you're angry, if you're frustrated with something, you're not gonna learn it, no matter how much you try. Either you don't have good resources, good materials, you only have this one single book from 1997. Girl, get on YouTube. Or like, how do you do or you're just not consistent. You know, you cannot learn a language if you just study 1 hour per month with this random burst of inspiration. You're not gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it if you just study 15 minutes per day, 1 hour per week, but every single week. I gave you the basics of how a polyglot thinks, of how I think as a polyglot. I just hope that you retain something and actually start practicing it, because learning is failing until you succeed. Just like school, just like anything else in this life. So I have nothing else to say, honestly, besides check out the link in the description for my template, which will help you enormously. If you struggle with consistency, this is the thing that you need. This is the only freaking thing that you need right now, is making a plan and staying consistent with it. Okay? The no freaking language is below your capabilities. So I'm saying bye, see you next week. Stay kind, stay hot, stay educated, and peace. Guys, I didn't show you my flowers. Look, they're so pretty.